So it's Pokemon Radical Red. I think this is the 5th session, and man, last session was unbelievably painful. Lieutenant Surge ravaged the team. If you somehow didn't see it, well, let's have a look at how the failures box looks. A lot of heavy hitters are in here. We lost Dark Young, the Prime Ape. We lost Ziri, the Doug Trio. Massive loss there, because Doug Trio is able to take out his Mega Evolved thing without dying in one shot. I suspect everything else will. YouTube Scrub went in 3 times and died 3 times, and our sweeper keeper, Clefable Pizza. Oh, I had such high hopes for you when I found this beautiful synergy between cosmic power and stored power. I thought we have it. But no, Pizza just got swept aside, choked once again, and this time didn't even have the dignity to give me 20 quid for it, so I am flabbergasted, really. Pandy's out, Bane is... I can't believe people underestimated our Rattata, but Lord Bane's done more than just about anybody else on the team. Mr. Rakuso, that Parasect, surprisingly heavy hitting you. But these Pokies are all dead and gone. Haunter as well. There are some notable people that are not on this list. That's the likes of Azagal64, Arcadabra. I am very afraid of bringing Kadabra back into the fray, because they could die, and then I will never be able to have an Alakazam. Then again, even if I do get an Alakazam, it's going to be one shot and they're dead, because evolved Pokemon will keep their strikes. Victory Bell. I can't afford to use Pidgeotto for anything other than grabbing items, because they are the only Pokemon we have that knows Frisk, and Frisk is very important for our training montage. Actually, with that in note, we're going to have to move you out onto the real team. TBW, get the hell out of here. There you go, into the Strike 1 box with your friends, Mosmoris, Orlov. Oh, well. We'll have to put you next to Orlov there. Do we not have a Brelix yet? What a tragedy. The trouble is, I have a lot of Pokemon that are either flying or water. And those two types would just get nuked by same type attack, advantage, electric attacks. So using any of them is kinda out of the question. Can't we put Orlov and TBW in the bin? I mean, I can make a separate box just for BRs, but I don't think that's gonna help us beat up Surge. Look at all this. We've got water type, flying type, water type, water type, flying type, and water type. Box 1's not looking too great for Surge. Maybe he'll die of laughter if we deploy Farfetch'd and Gyarados in our fight against him. Okay, so what do we have to hold on to for hope? Well, we now have a Nidoqueen and a Nidoking, neither of which have ever fallen in battle. They're both strike-free. On top of that, they're pretty tanky Pokemon with ground. They are also poison, so they're going to be a bit weak to that Psychic Raichu. But as we know, we've got our good Ekans can Sucker Punch Raichu out of existence. Trouble is, yeah, Arbok, Sissus Spengler has done so much for us, and they're on strike 2 here. They will probably die in the next fight, but I need them. They're all about that sucker punching, so I need to change their nature so they get a bit of extra physical attack. I don't think speed is going to save them, because that gets some... Sucker Punch makes them go first anyway, and if they're not going first, the enemy's just psyching up. So I need to change your nature. There's probably a lot of nature changing that I need to do. But the training montage today, since there are no more Pokemon that I can reasonably catch for the team, I'm going to have to make do with the A-team. So I need to first figure out what the A-team will be. It will, of course, include Sissus Spengler. I don't think it's going to involve Icy Vulpix anymore, so let's get Vulpix out of here. Detour, go sit there for a while. I'm not sure when or why we'd ever use you again. You're just so weak. Those stats are so bad at this point in the game, and Ice just doesn't seem to have what I need. Extra Sensory does sound pretty damn good for a special attack, but with stats like these, I could probably evolve you with a Firestone, but I don't have a Firestone. Do you not have access to Doug Trio, says Punk reluctantly. Oh, I can mourn my Doug Trio all I want. I was a hair's breadth away from beating Surge last time, thanks to Doug Trio. Dugtrio survived that Mega Evolved Pokemon's hit with 1 hit point remaining and brought its speed down with its weird tangling hair, but it still wasn't enough because we flinched and we got 2 one-turn wake-ups, and that was just savagery. It was probably the most painful stream I've done in a very long time, and I've done a lot of painful things. So, what the heck can we do now? Well, I'm going to get items that boost the attack power of my team here. So I probably want to get Ground Booster for Nidoking and Nidoqueen. That's Soft Sand. I know where I can get some more of that, I think. I think I have a list of it. I should be looking right at it, but I'm not seeing it. Soft Sand can be stolen off of Diglett's in Diglett's Cave, so we're going to be doing that. I need to boost the Dark Attack of Spangler, and I can get, incidentally, also in Mount Moon. Wait, was the Soft Sand in Mount Moon? Maybe, I need to double check that one. Actually, yeah, a Trap Niche can apparently be found in Mount Moon, and they'll have the sand for me as well. So yeah, I need glasses for Spangler to boost that Dark Attack, because the Spangler can Sucker Punch harder, all the better. I'm not so sure about Barcode. I'm not even sure about having Barcode on the team. This Onix has been nothing but disappointment for me. You always get destroyed by anything we come across, and I'm remembering you getting bug buzzed out in 1 hit previously. But I can't deny the fact that you have that Rocky attack, which could be quite handy. It's just that that special defense is so bad, and Lieutenant Surge fights very heavily with special. Maybe not so much with the dog, though. The dog, I believe, uses bites and things. So Barcode might be able to stand up against the dog and hit it with Dig. And that Dig would probably hit pretty damn hard, even though your attack isn't that great. The trouble is that Mega Evolved Dog has Intimidate twice, so your attack power would sink like a rock. Jake, those weird metal things on various points of the routes contain some boss battles with Pokemon and drop. Yeah, they might be trouble for me. I don't know what's in each of them, though. Well, maybe I have a list somewhere, but I don't have it to hand. Any item that let you survive a 1-hit KO available. Don't know about that. I wouldn't know who to give it to. In any case, probably some more Soft Sand for Barcode, or something to boost rock attacks. Well, we have 1 rock attack and it can easily miss. Might be better just to go for the Dig. Well, I don't know. So much I don't know here. Probably Ground, because he's got Raichu, he's got that dog, and he's got that other dog, and all of those I just want to mulch as hard as I can with a good strong Dig. So yeah, I think I'll get some more Soft Sand for you. So I need 2 instances of Soft Sand, 1 Dark thing, and Venomoth is surprisingly good. I'm very happy with K-Tac. K-Tac has good special attack, so if I can get something that boosts bug attacks, that'd probably be good to have on K-Tac. And then, who would our last Pokemon be? Probably some throwaway that can be deployed to make Raichu like land a hit and then we switch in for something else. Throwaways, huh? Throwaways. Well, we have plenty of those, I dare say. At least Spangler 1-hit KOs Raichu. We don't know if that will always be the case, but I will probably want to throw away against Raichu so that they die, and then I switch in Spangler without Spangler being at risk, and then Spangler just mulches them, because otherwise Spangler's going to be hit by a Psychic attack, and that will be bad news for the Spanglord. So, we need to go and get ourselves those items, and we need some money to go and get some nature changes. Also, about that finding money. I don't know why I took him off the team, I really shouldn't have, but we actually need TBW, because TBW can steal, as all good BRs can. Let's have you right here. K-Tac, you're a strike oneer, there you go. So, let's go and get those items and that money. This is probably going to be pretty grindy. Too bloody bad. Now, where is it again? It's the Pokérider. Pokérider, we are going to Mountainous Moon. Wait. Okay, great. Takes us to Route 4. Now. Soft Sand is needed. Who drops the Soft Sand again? I'm pretty sure I have... Good, Tenebo's up first and they will do the Frisking. Then again, well, no, I have just the item for this, don't I? The Dex Nav. Dex Nav. I am looking for Trap Niche, apparently. Trap Niche has... Wait, why am I looking for Trap Niche? What am I looking for? No, I think I'm looking for Sandeel. Oh Christ, I haven't even found everything here, have I? Oh, they're all weirdos to me, aren't they? It's Trapinch, not Trap Niche. Well, whatever the case, I don't have either of them. Also, is that really what I'm looking for? Let me double check my sandy stuff that I'm looking for. All these lists. I've never had so many windows open for one run before. It is Trapnich, and Trapinch is in Diglett's Cave, so let's go and... Oh wait, I don't have them in my... No, there they are, Christ. Don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Get over here. I need 2 doses of soft sand, so finding 2 of these should suffice. And hopefully Tenebo will find it. Tenebo finds nothing, so there's no point hanging around. We'll just run away. And I'm going to get on my bicycle to make this a little easier on myself. Trapnich could not be found. Okay, well, I'll just keep trying. I need this thing. Aha! Oh, damn. No, it's just Geodude again. And I doubt that that thing is still there anymore. No. Okay, so maybe strap yourself in for like an hour of this, and then we might be ready to take on Surge and his goons. No, 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 not Geodudes. I do not want Geodudes. Trapinches, please. Should have gone into Diglett's Cave. Diglets are far more likely to be found. But hey, this is where I am right now. Oh, we're still not finding it. Well, that's unfortunate. This is my Pokemon with Frisk, right? Yeah, I'm positive. You can register the search. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that. I was wondering why this feels like it's taking longer than the previous one did. Huh. Trapinch is letting me down here. You're meant to have me some soft sand. Apparently 50% chance. I'm not seeing it. Alright, what was the button to register? Was it R? It is R to register. There we go. There we go. Trapinch would be great for Surge. I should catch one. Well, I am not going above 151. If I lose all my OG Pokemon, that's it. Do not pass go, do not collect £200. And certainly do not go crawling to the later gens. I might have mentioned thinking about doing that earlier, but I rescind that. I peon that. You haven't found a single thing, by the way, Tenebo. Are you sure you still know how to frisk? Apparently. Oh yeah, I'm under no delusions that I'm going to somehow win this, but I'm not giving up yet. That said, where is my soft sand? Still not finding anything here. This is weird. Unless I have been bamboozled and there is no Trapinch with soft sand here. Are you sure it's on Trapinch? That's what my list says. And it's apparently 50% that they'd have the item, and we've not found it so far. Perhaps we should look for one of the other Pokemon that supposedly has the item that I'm looking for. And that is Sandile. What in God's name is a Sandile? Well, it's not one of these things. Let's go and look. There are 3 areas to the to Mount Moon anyway. That's a Sandile. Come to me. Still not finding anything on them. Am I being done in? Oh, I forgot to register you again, didn't I? Radical Red Pokedex says 5% soft sand. Oh, only 5. Okay, well that's not good odds. I thought it was 50%. Oh, frisked us and found the black glasses. That's what I need. Excellent. Alright, and that means our good old Pokemon TBW. Please don't die on me. It's getting angry, but it's not going to hurt us at this point. We need you to use Covet, I believe? I think Covet's what steals it, but I can't quite remember, so let's double check. Covet, acutely executed attack, also steals. Good. And, would you know it, it's also specially effective. Yeah, okay, those are the glasses that Spangler needed. But I still need that soft sand. Perhaps I should try my luck at Diglett's cave. Diglett's more likely to help me, surely. Oh, can't use that here. Ah, but I'm sure I could dig my way out. Yes. Barcode. Get digging. Oh yeah, Frisk boosts the odds of a Pokemon actually having an item max. Because even though this was made for Poke enthusiasts, there were some people on the team that clearly decided that all this grinding ain't that great. Alright, how do we get to Diglett's Cave? Diglett's Cave is here. I guess if I go Pewter and south a bit, that'll take us to Old Diggy. Can I mash these rocks yet? I don't think so. I need strength, don't I? Oh. What about this? Can I cut yet? Oh, I can cut. Ooh. There might be more Pokemon for me yet. But what if they're horribly overleveled? Oh, that's a risk. Also, what do you want? I'm looking for the Pokemon Abra for... Oh, we have access to Mr. Mime! Ooh. Whoa, what can Mr. Mime do? I don't know, but I'm gonna get you that Abra for a Mr. Mime. This changes potentially everything, but also potentially nothing. Let's not forget this, because I will forget it otherwise. Poke Rider, let's go and get ourselves that Abra. Haven't we already had an Abra? Yeah, we've got a Kadabra, but I'm not going to be using this Abra. I'm going to be using Mr. Mime. Right, don't surprise me with any refights here, game. I'm not looking for that. Right. Well, you're there, but maybe I should have a Pokemon that can actually... Oh, I don't have sleepiness on me, do I? I should go and grab K-Tac. K-Tac can put you to sleep. Mr. Mime would be a good pickup. He can learn Psychic moves, Fighting moves, and all the attack punches. Should have never doubted K-Tac. Why did I ever take you off the team? I never imagined that a Venonat would grow into being one of my greatest. One of the A-team. I still need some frisking going on. Onyx has never been any good for anybody, so I'll just dump you for now, although I will likely... Well, maybe Mr. Mime can replace Onyx when it comes to the fight against the Scourge. I hadn't considered that. I hadn't considered Mr. Mime at all. Does Mr. Mime have particularly good stats? Alright, let's go Abra. Should be a worse Kadabra. Well, Kadabra's already pretty good, so that's okay. Alright, go to sleep. No. I tell you, that was the worst thing to see if you're playing Gen 1. Thankfully, we can just choose to find more Abras here. I don't know what Abra's catch rate was on Gen 1 around here, probably something like 4%. It was brutal. And yeah, since it would always teleport, you either put it to sleep or just lob your Pokeball and hope for the best. Special defense attack, well that's not good. Or is it? It's not good against the dogs bite, but it's good against the other things, I think. Whew. Man, let's not have a hit rate like that with your sleep power later on there, K-Tech. Good against the bug. Yeah, that is true, that accursed bug. Alright. I've got no problem catching as many of a kind of Pokemon as we need, we're just not allowed to use them. Oh no, oh no! That's why I'm not going to have a problem catching 4 Eevees later on, because I'm going to evolve all types of them. You know, if we can get that far. That's actually one of the things that I'm thinking might just be able to keep this run limping on. Jolteon, Vaporeon, Flareon, and Eevee I think are all pretty good Pokemon in their own right. So I might be able to put something together with them on the team. I don't know where I find Eevees, but I'm fairly certain you can find loads of them in this game. So many memories of level 5 Abra woes in Gen 1. Kadabra was always worth it. And Abra can't even do anything in fights for a long time. You gotta keep switching them out until they learn anything other than teleport. And I don't know what they learn or where, or when. They probably learn like Confusion or Psychic later on. I used to teach Abra Seismic Toss. See, because TMs were one use in Gen 1, I just never used them. You'd hate to be full of regret from using the wrong one or find out that they learn it themselves later on, so couldn't handle that. No, you can use the TMs as many times as you want in this. I don't know if that was the case in Fire Red or not. Hey, there we go. Mr. Mime is ours. Kadabra is not dead. Kadabra has 1 strike left. Alright, happy days. Which box? You got moved into here, didn't you? Yeah, there we go. Let's move you out for... ooh. I want to keep K-Tac on this team. Let's bring Spangler out, just in case the worst thing happens to this team somehow. The one Pokemon I don't want to move lose is Spangler. Spangler can one-shot Raichu. Can one-shot Raichu, whether or not they will. It's a different matter entirely, but that's weakness and same type attack bonus. It's pretty good. Alright, this is an unexpected windfall. Let's just hope Mr. Mime has what it takes. Can I get rid of TBW instead? Aww. If I recall, there was a really cool animation for this in Gen 1 where it kind of went up and through little tubes. Yeah, for the link cable. Was it done wirelessly between Game Boy Advances? I wouldn't know, I never had a Game Boy Advance. Also, I think there's something wrong with this Mr. Mime that you're giving me. I've been jibbed. I have been well and truly jibbed on this one. The hell did you give me? Good lord, it's an Ice Psychic. Ice is weak to fire, and to fighting, and to rock, and to steel. And we know they know Fire Fang. Oh good what the... What's with these A's and B's and C's? And what's with these awful stats? And how does it have more hit points than its max hit points? Copycat is bad news. Pound is bad news, Encore is bad news, and Confusion is so-so. What the hell is this? This is the worst trade. Yeah, if ever there was a name to be given to such a disappointment. Okay, well, I don't think this is going to be our savior, but who knows? Let's shove their fat face full of rare candies and see what pops out. It could be that they actually get some really good levels going, like their stats go way up, or maybe I should say before this I don't want to accidentally rare candy a Pokemon that's on the A team. 1000 speed saving. Maybe they missed the IV on traded Pokemon. I doubt that. Somebody would notice. Alright, JJ, don't be a box warmer. Hey, your Pokemon's... your health bar's growing outside of, well, the bar. What is Skill Swap? Definitely not a Gen 1 thing. Swap abilities with the foe. What if JJ only has garbage moves and we swap it with the Mega Evolved Pokemon? Ability is not a move. Oh, okay. Well, never mind that then. Levitate on the bug's not a problem. We can crush it with rocks. Well, that sounds awful, but all this stuff sounds awful, so let's get rid of Encore. Maybe we can exploit this overflowing hit points somehow. I'm looking at the stats that JJ is gaining on the levels, and I am not feeling good. Not feeling good at all. Okay, great. An ice attack. At least that'll be same type. Also lowers the speed. Oh god, it's pretty terrible, isn't it? Looking forward to your attendance on Frostpunk 2, Captain. No release date. Yeah, I'm still waiting on a release date or, you know, any information about the game, because currently there isn't any. We just know that it exists, and nothing else. Oh dear. I mean, even that special attack's pretty pitiful. You're currently Vulpix level here, JJ. Someone's asking about the rare candies. I just cheated them in because it's a lot better than grinding. Double kick's alright as a fighting move, I just don't think JJ's the fighting type, if you know what I mean. Pretty terrible, and you've got terrible attack as well. Tell you what though, I'd get rid of Pound for it. You get to power past grinding later if you want to. Oh yeah, it gets better 20 hours in, right? Alright, 10 more of these. Oh dear. Psybeam. Psybeam's alright, and you are Psychic type. Is it better than Confusion? Might just be a straight up swap there. Oh, hell yes. But it gets better than Psybeam, I just don't recall what with. Unfortunately, the low grind mode in this game isn't no grind mode. Okay, that speed is actually alright, and that special attack and special defense is yeah, but one bite and JJ is a very dead clown. Hypnosis. Ooh, is Hypnosis guaranteed sleep? That could be worth bringing you in for alone. Let's check. No, it's very not guaranteed. But it might be good to have somebody else around that can put Pokemon to sleep. Useful for catching more Pokemon later if K-Tac dies. Yeah, nothing ruined Pokemon for me quite like hearing about EVs and IVs. Made the grind a whole lot more nauseating. Okay, well that's as good as JJ's getting. It might still make them alright as a... I don't know, Onix would at least kill something. Don't know what JJ would kill. What is in here? This is just more of Diglett's Cave. Do you know more about Diglett's Cave? It's pitch black and scary. How pitch black and scary? It doesn't look very scary, nor pitch black. But it's very dangerous for me to go off the beaten track without killing Surge, because enemies will have increased hit points and I will not. It's down here. Oh, this is the way into the Celadon City, I think. Right, getting all sorts of sidetracked. I am here to grab some soft sand from Diglett's. And K-Tak, you're not the one to be finding that out. It's meant to be Tenebo. Can't believe after thinking Tenebo was useless for so long, they end up being my Frisker. My only Frisker. Does 3-strike permadeath mean losing 3 duels is game over, or is it 3-strike loss? Any Pokemon that faints 3 times is gone forever. I'm not allowed any more of them. So, for example, I've lost Ivysaur, so I'm not allowed to get any more Ivysaurs. And they evolve from a Bulbasaur, so I'm not allowed Bulbasaur either. I could, in theory, find... What's a Dragon Fang? Sounds like it boosts dragon attacks. I might want one of those. Alright, get on it, TBW. I could, in theory, find a Venusaur and catch it, because I've not used a Venusaur at all, but I somewhat don't think we can find a Venusaur around here. Alright, well, at least we have the Fang. But I'm here for Digletts and Soft Sand. I need 2 units of Soft Sand. Oh, in that case, why don't I actually just search for Digletts? Or, I could just do this. I wonder if this is faster than searching for Digletts or not. It's certainly horrible on the ears. Can't... Oh, we first and found a Roust Berry. I don't think that's any good, although I could well be wrong. Oh man. There's our Soft Sand. Excellent. Okay, maybe this is faster than menuing enough to get the types of Pokemon I'm looking for. Get out there, TBW. Do what you do best, which is stealing. You're correct, Jake. Roust is near useless. I don't know what all the items are or do. I just gotta go with what I know, which is nothing. I'm sure I'm getting nothing in my fight against Surge. Excellent. One more Soft Sand and we're good. Another Roust Berry. Sounds like disappointment to me. There's no Digletts in this Diglett Cave. I feel a little... I feel gypped once again. Oh, well there's Diglett. It's the weird hairy Diglett again. And much as I would like to get my Doug Trio back again, Doug Trio died in service against Lieutenant Surge, and that means we can't catch another one. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Pokemon, TBW. Get those sticky fingers out again. The true Pokemon experience, fast forward the game. Yeah, well, back in the days we had no such tools. Alright, excellent. So we got the Soft Sands. We somehow came along with the Dragon Fang as well. And we got the Dark Glasses. Now, my question is, what boosts Bug? Because I probably want that. I want Bug 1 for K-Tak. And I don't know who else is going to be on the team, but cross that bridge when we get to it. Bug is boosted by Wurmple and Kricketot and Kricketune. So it sounds like Viridian Forest is the place for me to go. See, I don't know what moves to relearn, so there's not much point in me going to the relearner. At least that's how I see it. Also, this is not the way to Viridian Forest. I think these Pokemon I'm looking for only come out in daytime, Wurmple and Kricketot. Let's check this. No, there's Kricketot. Alright, Kricketot, help me out. Go to Nabo, frisk it immediately, save us the trouble here, or don't. Alright, well... Oh, well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Maybe I can get to a better position, like if I go down to the bottom. Just ignore all this, get down here, and use it from here. It's worth checking it for every Mon. Ugh. No, nothing is worth that much, much labor, JJ. Frisk it. Silver powder? Oh, silver powder is the bug booster. Okay, fair enough. TBW, get those sticky fingers out. Right, get that coveting. Sweet! Well, that didn't take as long as I thought. We should have all the items that we need for boosting our power. Well, I don't have one for whatever the 6th Pokemon I'm going to use is, but I don't know who that's going to be. Now what I need to do is get a bit of money. Where did I find that ugly Meowth? Was it in Pewter City? I think it was in Pewter City, actually. I would like the nuggets, and Meowth held nuggets, and I strongly recall finding Meowth here. Dex, Nav, me, ugly Meowth. Let's see what you got. Okay, well you don't have one on me right now. Now, this is the best way I can think of to get the get some money. If you know of a better way, I'm all for it. Wait, Psychic Seed? I bet that boosts psychic attacks. Let me check my list here. Psychic is boosted by... No, Psychic is boosted by Twisted Spoon. I don't know what Psychic Seed does. Maybe it makes you stronger against psychic attacks for a little bit. So if there's a better way to make money than selling nuggets, don't know what it is, but I'd love to know. You could use a Mew with Payday. Oh wait, I still have a Mew with Payday, but that would take forever. The steel toilet things drop dozens of saleable items per victory. Oh, the raid things. I'm a little intimidated by going into the raids because I don't know what's in there and it could kill my team. If I lost Pidgeotto, I could use Pidgey if I didn't already have a Pidgey, but my Pidgey evolved into Pidgeotto, so no. This isn't going well. Where are all those walk-in nuggets? I hear Surge has a lot of your money. Try taking it back. I want to. I really want to. Huh. I thought this would be easier because I thought it was a 50% chance of finding one of these things with a nugget. But maybe it's 5%, which is considerably different. Proper Meows have a 100% chance of nugget outside Mount Moon, just dev. Yeah, okay, well that sounds a lot better than this. Let's head for it. Let's Pokey ride our way to Mountainous Moon. Maybe it's because of the time of day? Well, I have the ability to change the time of day. Let's just tell my computer that it is about 40 minutes past 12. Meowth might not be able to be found, but what about Meow? Where are they? What about here? Well, there's the steel toilet. Ah, here's Meowth. Couldn't be found. Also, what's going on with the toilet here? let's have a quick peek. Recommended level 37, and I don't really know what this is all about, so I'm just staying away from that. I'm changing my PC time, which is what Visual Boy Advance goes by. Alright, let's get away from there. Up and down. I should have put you on the quick list. So Nidoran, surely you can defeat a Nidoran with an ally, no less. Maybe, but why would I do that? Maybe you get some really cool stuff, it's hard to say. Okay, if these things have a 100% chance, it's probably not even worth having Tenebo go out. I should probably always have TBW go out front and steal the nugget. Thanks for the flinch. Yeah, I know about the repels. We did that before. Didn't work out too well. I burned through them all. Alright, let me try my idea here, which is having TBW take the front and always Covet. Oh boy. They frisked us. Oh, maybe I should take it back about not using the repels. This is already horrible. Alright, so TBW goes out, Covet, faints, steals the nugget. Easy. Huh, well this is easier money grinding than I would have imagined. Except sometimes you gotta be a bit careful with what you're doing with moving at high speed. So I want all this money for moves and for learning or changing natures, because both of those things seem very important. Boy, if I'd known that there was this easy way to get money, the situation could have changed long ago. Or could it? At least I wouldn't have been so tight-fisted about changing natures earlier on. It's also nice to get the rich lore about how TBW became as wealthy as he is. He's got the most buttons and glass beads in all of Brazil. Oh, I got the egg. I don't know what Pokemon's inside it, but if it's not part of the OG 150, then that's no good. Although, if I could get infinite eggs, perhaps I could farm my way to getting extra Pokemon, like my Alakazam that I've been wanting for a long time. Well, however long it's been since someone told me Alakazam is one of the best Gen 1 Pokemon. Alright, that's my last Covet. That should be all that I need for money for a wee while, or so I hope. So let's Poke Ride our way down to... where are we going again? Not Cerulean, Vermilion. Anyone know how to catch these eggs, though? And possibly how to get more of them. Where's my egg? Don't tell me I sold the egg. It's quite possible. It sounds like something I would do. Oh, I guess I sold the eggs. Ah, they didn't seem too useful at the time. Eggs hatch by steps. Okay, well, I would have thought they'd hatch by now. But I must have sold them, because I don't have them on me. Right. What now? Natures. You sold the lucky eggs, which boost experience gain, not the Pokemon egg. Ah, that makes more sense. The egg should be in the box. Okay, well, I wouldn't have got one then, because I don't recall getting such a thing. Now, let's grab the Dream Team, shall we? I'm not sure if we're done and quite ready, but we should be prepped. TBW, huh? You got a lot of health, but your stats are god-awful. Out you go. And sorry, Tenebo, it's not your day. I need to keep Tenebo and not kill you off. I need that Frisk ability. There are probably going to be other items that I need to get my hands on later. Okay, Spangler, you're on the team. That much is for certain. I don't know about JJ here. I mean, those stats are not good. I mean, having attack down is okay, and that's some decent speed, but... Well, that's not the worst defense, and it's good special defense. But Icy Wind, Psybeam, they're pretty lackluster attacks. You should probably have a don't fight box just to be safe. Nah. What about Meowth now that Payday's no longer... Meowth is weak as sin. Certainly weaker than JJ here. JJ's moveset's awful. Icy Wind isn't particularly great, and it can miss. Psybeam is okay. But the thing is, we've got much more powerful attacks that people are going to be using. Speed has dropped by 10%. It might actually be above 100 if you add nature that boosts it. What you mean for JJ? I thought they are being boosted. Timid. I don't know what Timid does. Isn't Timid speed up and attack down? 80 power fairy move from the relearner. Fairy. What's Fairy good for? Fairy will take down fighting, dragon, and dark, none of which is used by Surge. Red is a boost. Yeah, I can see that. Attack down, speed up. I'm just not convinced they're going to be any good here. Yeah, maybe I could teach JJ some moves from them, but aren't they bite moves, which are physical attack? And your physical attack is awful. I need special attacks on you. Yeah, I'm not seeing JJ's utility against Scourge. At the very least, it'll be nice to have a non-water flying Pokemon in Box 1. Again, water, flying, water, water, flying, water. It's tough being on my team. I was still thinking about deploying the Onix. And who else? Not really, who else? Sure I had ideas, but they're not coming to me. Did I want Victory Bell back on the team? Victory Bell dies horribly to Psychic and also to Bug, which are two of the Pokemon out there. Unfortunately, Electric's pretty damn good at lots of things. Oh, you'd actually respond well to Electric, but you'd also get burned by the fire. And you know we have fire. JJ's like the only Pokemon I have that I can go back to and think, yeah, they can flesh out the team a bit. But JJ's also got god-awful moveset. Lepips is Gloom again, Grass Poison, dangerous type to bring in here. Orlov, Flying dies. TBW, you know, TBW hasn't had a chance to be zapped to death by our good friend Scourge. He's slow, he's weak, just really gonna die horribly to any attack. Your Drain Kiss isn't gonna do a whole lot, I imagine. You can dig. You can dig. Pikachu gets Dig and can take Electric fine, right? I'm sure you can take Electric fine, but there are plenty of other type attacks that get used. And even despite that, he's so spongy. Look at that, 37 defense. Oh, hell no, and that paralysis on contact isn't going to help against all these electric types. TBW is your new cash cow. That's true, I can't just throw TBW away. Although I'm pretty sure Covet can be handed out to others. Still got that Thunderstone. I'd rather catch a separate Raichu than evolve Pikachu and have a Raichu with 2 strikes on them immediately. Yeah, the cap is level 34. Maybe I should just deploy Mr. Mime. They could get some better speed on them. Icy Wind can also be used to lower the enemy's speed, and Ice is going to be okay against all these things, right? It's not good against water, fire, or ice, or steel. But it's not... no, he doesn't use any flying, or ground, or dragon, or grass Pokemon, so Icy Wind's not going to be that great. Doesn't fighting work well against bugs, or do I keep forgetting that? Or is it that fighting's bad against... But I have a type chart that I constantly read over and forget everything about each time. Fighting versus bug is half. Okay, well that's not good then. Psychic is not good against any of his Pokemon either. I don't know, JJ just doesn't have what it takes. Could catch a second Pikachu to be Raichu. Very true, I could do that. That's actually a pretty great idea. Do I have an electric stone? Do I have such a stone? Mr. Mime has useful utility moves that it learned in the past, says Hypera. I do have the move Relearner. Haven't used it before. Thunderstone. Alright, let's bring Raichu into the party then. Yeah, I was thinking about that Dreamforge dagger, but now I'm thinking I'll just go get him anyway. Because down the line I'm going to be catching Eevee 4 times to evolve into the whole load of different ones. I think as long as I don't use a Pokemon it'll be okay. That's the desperation speaking, but trust me, I am a desperate man. Let's not go too far. I wouldn't exactly say I'm optimistic right now. I would certainly say desperate. Practically unheard of that I actually lose a long play. If it was going to happen to anything, it was going to happen in Xenonauts. I suppose I did lose that once. But with powers of positive thinking, we came back from it. Alright, Pika. Oh, crumbs. I should make sure that we have a Pokemon to put you to sleep. Oh, I do. I've got K-Tac out. But I bet that made Pikachu run away, didn't it? We'll be fighting Surge in like 15 minutes, I think. Get Pikachu, evolve Pikachu, finalize team, get to it. Oh, but maybe I want to give some more soft sand to Raichu. Ooh, there's a thought. Do I want to teach Raichu Dig? Oh, that could be a very, very good move. It won't be same type attack, but Raichu's fast. Alright, go to sleep, Pika. Every time I use that sleep move, I am reminded and disgusted by the one-turn wake-up that Surge got twice on me. And the flinch, it's just... painful stuff, really painful. There we go, Pika P. Now, I'm not allowed to use this Pika. I'm just gonna straight up evolve him, I think. Oh, who wants to be our big fat Raichu, by the way? It's been a long time since we've added somebody in here, isn't it? You know what? I quite like the name Dream. Because a lot of dreams are on you. Can we sit in Forged? No, we can't. Can we fit in Dagger? Not even. So it's just gonna be Dream. Alright. I think I'll teach you Dig. Couldn't hurt, right? Good thing I have Dig. God, imagine if I didn't. You certainly don't need Growl where we're going. I like Fake Out. It's just a free hit on the enemy. Unless the enemy also uses a first turn attack, but I think I should keep hold of it. It's just, like I said, free damage. Probably not much free damage, but free damage nonetheless. Okay, before we evolve into Raichu, is there any move that we should be teaching Pikachu? Because I don't think Raichu learns quite as much. I could teach Thief. That would be Dark, which would be pretty good against the Raichu. And, you know, getting these different types are in. But I don't know if Raichu is a special or a physical kind of Pokemon. Can they learn? Maybe Pikachu can learn Roost. No, figures. You eat their second move once you come out of Dig, though. True. But you're gonna eat an attack anyway. Might as well do as much damage as possible. Aerial Ace. Nah, go figure. Raichu learns almost nothing. Level Pikachu up as far as possible. And check Move Relearner 2 before evolving. Nah. I'm just going to evolve Raichu immediately. So let's try and get everything worth having right now. Flip turn? No. Actually, maybe I'm being too arrogant here. Perhaps I should... Here's my thought. I thought that if you level up Pikachu for a while and then evolve to Raichu, you miss out on getting more on each level up if you'd leveled him up as Raichu. But I could be wrong about that. If you level up Pikachu to 30 and then evolve him to Raichu, is that any different than evolving to Raichu then leveling to 30 in terms of raw stats? You do not miss out. Okay, I've been wrong for 30 odd years then. 25, I suppose. Alright, fair enough. We'll jam you full of rare candies, then evolve you. Play nice? I don't like play nice. No difference, though. I am so surprised by that. Quick attack. Can't go wrong with some quick attack. Do you still have Growl? No, but you got Tail Whip. Nobody wants Tail Whip. I don't know what's better, quick attack or fake out. Fake out's probably better though, because of the whole flinchy thing. Pikachu thinks it's so lucky getting all those rare candies, doesn't know what Surge is already waiting. Electro Ball, what was that all about? Electric Hurls. The faster the user is than the foe, the greater the damage. That's probably not going to be very useful for me right now. Also, I don't see any point in having quick attack if you have fake out. Let's get rid of fake out. Let's get rid of quick attack then. Fake out can only be used in the first turn. Oh, that's true. Well, we only need one turn, don't we? Okay. Thunder Wave. I think that only paralyzes. So let's not bother with that. 19... 20... Oh yeah, the hardcore mode is even more ridiculous than this Hepera. This whole ROM hack is absurdly hard. But it's so well made. What's Feint do? Hits a protected target. What does protected even mean? Probably not worth my time, so let's get rid of that. $22, $23... You gotta remember, I don't really know my Pokémon. I haven't played this game since it came out in Gen 1. 20-something years ago. So I'm wandering around in the dark a lot here. What was Spark again? Was it just a better version of Thunderbolt? Also, why did you not know oh, you did know Thundershock. 65 for... Okay, so it's just better. It's physical though instead of special. Ah, whatever. Yeah, EVs and IVs, like, oh, I don't know. Don't know how anyone can tolerate that kind of gameplay. Well, then again, I grind my way through Rune Factory without problems. What was Nuzzle again? Electric Nuzzle. Attacks with its electric cheeks and paralyzes. Could be very good, but it's not going to help me against Surge here, so let's get rid of that. 100% paralysis rate, perhaps, but it's gone now. Although we could relearn it, can't we? Jake, Protect is fantastic. You don't take any damage for the move of that turn, so if you know you have a high damage move coming in, like Dig or Surf, you can protect against it and not take any damage. Only works reliably if you don't spam it, though. Okay. Man, Pikachu's pretty fast. Okay, Discharge is the last one we're getting here. How did Discharge work? Discharge, good damage on that. Special type, hits all Pokemon, may paralyze. Well, that sounds very, very good. Sounds better than Spark, although Spark is physical. I get rid of Spark, give us a Discharge. Okay, that's our Raichu ready to rock and roll. And Pikachu's still asleep. I'm force-feeding this thing in its sleep. Really hope I get another one of these to get my Jolty on later on. Yeah, unlimited evolution items and Celadon sounds good to me. Alright, Fat Raichu. I saw the anime. I know how this one goes down. Pikachu learned Quick Attack to overcome Raichu. It was amazing. Inspirational. Probably if I watched it again now it'd be awful. Alright, let's have a look at our dream now. Decent hit points on you. You're still asleep. You're still a digger. Wow, you've still got great speed. Also, you've got some weird nature that's not changing any of these things. Good special attack on you. Great speed. Question is, what do we want out of you? I reckon I would raise special attack and lower attack. Makes Fake Out a little less good, but it means discharges. Wait, you're not even going to be doing that. I'm going to have you use Dig in this fight. I probably want you with some Soft Sand. Yeah. In that case, I'll want to boost your attack and drop your special attack for this fight. You want me to kill, Jake? Let me kill for you. Alright, I'll get you some Soft Sand, and I'll boost your attack. Oh well, let's go and get ourselves some more Soft Sand. I need my sticky-fingered BR for this. Attack will also help Fake Out a little. That it will. Change a Pokemon's nature for absurd amounts of money. Yeah, sure thing. Here you go, Dream. Which nature would you like? Plus attack, minus special attack with Adamant. It's probably the best one to go for. Shame about losing that special attack. I'm going to want it back later on, but for now, this is what I need. Were there any other natures that I wanted to change while I'm at it? And Darius is... Oh, I don't know what you currently are. I should check what I want to change. I can change natures before the big fight. For now, I need some more Soft Sand. You're not what I need. I need my sticky-fingered friend. And I need my Frisker. Might as well... No, I'll keep you on the team there. Nah. Know your place, Barcode. You're in Strike 2. And Spenglin, let's not risk your life right now. Oh, you need to be given your Soft Sand, don't you? I'd be in so much trouble if I didn't have another Frisk on the team. Just in case. Okay. Tenebo, you're up front. TBW, you're there to switch in to grab the Soft Sand. Who dropped the Soft Sand for me again? Was it in Diglett's Cave? I reckon it was in Diglett's Cave. Let's just go for it. Alright. We'll just run back and forth until we find that Soft Sand, which I assume we found here. My memory often plays tricks on me. Yeah, it's got those weird bitey little buggers, so it must be around here. A bottle cap? Anyone know what bottle caps do? I'm too curious to turn this down. On you go, TPW. I just tuned in. What gym is Jake on? His last one. We're in a very unfortunate place with Surge. Looks to be very in tune for TBW, amassing his pile of bottle caps. The richest BR. Alright, Trapinch, where are you at? I need my... No, not the Roust berries. You'd think that Pokémon that just looked like a pile of sand would have the soft sand, but evidently you'd think wrong. No, no more bottle caps. One should be enough. There's our soft sand. I have a Pokédex in the title, Ichiani X, if you want to see a comprehensive list of just how much we have lost to Lieutenant Surge and all of his ilk. There we go, soft stand for Pikachu. What's the world coming to? This isn't even the hard part. The hard part's going to be fighting with myself over who I bring. Also, if I should teach them any more moves, because we have all those bites that we could teach. It might not be unthinkable to teach a good bite attack to Onix. I am bringing Onix to the fight, right? I should check that. Alright, first up. Do-do-do-do-do. Alright, now we're putting the band together. Thank you, Pidgeotto, but you must be stored in Strike 2 for safekeeping. TBW, go with your fellow BR. I'm keeping you, and you, and you. I definitely want Spengler. I most assuredly want to write you a love song. And last of all, we said we'd be taking Onix, right? Which I'm still not convinced is a great idea. But it's the best idea I have right now. God, I wish there were more dark types in Gen 1. I had my Rattata, and I've got Arbok. Okay, now for the items. No, I don't have Flash. The game got rid of accuracy changing moves, I believe. Is it in my berry pouch? No, that's strictly berries. Where's my other weird stuff then? Black glasses. Boosts dark type moves, then I definitely want to give this to Spengler. Soft sand. I want to give that to... I think Adaris already has some to Monochrome. And to Dream. Yeah, switch the items, take that Oranberry off of you. Also cool that you had an Oranberry on you. And extra soft sand for Barcode. And K-Tac finally gets the weird bug thing, which I think was the silver powder. Okay. Does it show here? Yeah. Soft sand, silver powder, black glasses, soft sand, and soft sand. That's relying on a lot of ground attacks, and I can't use ground against that flying malark. Oh my god, what if they switch in that levitating thing when I try to use Dig? I don't know. I need to switch Monochrome to attack up, special attack down. Can't believe they know Poison Sting, what a waste of time, but you do know Bite. That's kind of cool. Anyway, attack up, special attack down for Monochrome. Oh, and it's the first one there. They must know that that's a popular one. Okay, and... So that's fine. That's fine, although... What advantages do you have over the king? You got better defense, better hit points, lower attack. That should be alright. Maybe I should be doing something for K-Tac here. K-Tac could do with better special attack and lower attack. Because all you do is fight with special, isn't that right? Yeah, so we'll get K-Tac switched out for special attack on K-Tac. Special attack, down attack, modest. Yeah, they are the two top ones. Ah, how about that? Almost out of dosh, though. What was Spangler's thing? Oh, they shouldn't be having special attack, should they? Yeah, they need just raw attack. I never would have imagined that an Arbok would be so attack-minded. But attack up, special attack down should get you there. If I'd done that for the fight, we probably would have won, because your fisty attack would have killed. Oh well, failure to prepare is preparing to fail. I've underestimated this at every turn, and I've been paying for it. Attack up, special attack down. And now I'm broke. Broke as a joke. Let's hope that Dream and Barcode don't need changes, but I think they do. You've already got your attack up, so I don't need to worry about you. And you've also already got your attack up, so I'm all about raw attack here. Shame Barcode's attack is, you know, bad, but... Now... Let's make sure that... Just keep everybody in tip-top shape. I do have access to move reminder, yes. Don't know what moves I'd remind, though. You were the Fisher guy. I should sell my nuggies while I'm at it. No, not buy. Just sell for money. Nuggets. There's nothing to do with them except sell them. Well, I feel a whole lot better about everything now. Oh, how much can I sell things like the Dragon Fang for? Not that great. Bottle caps? Ooh. Revives? Misty Terrain and or Light Screen for Mr. Mime. I assume that would change the terrain that we're fighting on. Alright, give me some repels, please. Like a bunch of them. A whole bunch of them. No point not buying 99 of them, honestly. as if I'm gonna last that long in this run. Oh, it seems easy enough to get more bottle caps. Right, where's the guy that teaches me how to bite? Elemental punches and fangs. It's gonna cost you, maybe. Oh boy, which of these are worth knowing? None of these are going to help me with the big electric dog. Electric's only weakness is ground, and I don't see ground punch here. And fairy, no it's not fairy, it's psychic. I was hoping you'd have something like dark punch or dark fang. And I don't know how strong any of these moves are. Let's take Fire Fang as an example though. If I were to teach it to bark... Oh, you're not able to. Spengler could, though. Ice Fang would be super effective against the big Jake. What? Oh, the bug. The bug is, well, bug type. Ice is not effective against bug. And it's a bug electric, so I don't see how ice would be useful against it. It's not a flying type. It just has levitate. I'm not sure if any of those are going to help. Ice is effective against bug, isn't it? No. Ice is effective against grass, ground, flying, and dragon. Fire Fang would burn the bug, except the bug has an anti-fire berry. So it would only do half damage. And without same type attack, it would be useless. I deployed, I think, Growlithe to try and burn that bug down. Or maybe it was the Ponyta. Whatever the case, we discovered it had that berry that caned us. Can you steal the berry? Well then we're starting to add too many attacks that he's not going to let me get away with. I don't know either, Hipebra. I'm not sure if any of that's worth looking into trying though. Okay, I need to start thinking about how I'm going to deal with Surge here. I'm going to take a quick water break first. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm as ready as I'll ever be, but I gotta get going with it. I need to puzzle this one out. Let me think. He starts off with that weird water electric type. So it would do a watery thing to any ground Pokemon I deploy. And anything else it would do that switch hitting nonsense with. I have no idea how I dealt with it before, but I've lost many of the Pokemon that would have dealt with it. I could deploy K-Tac. Are you flying or not? No, you're Bug Psychic. Venomoth can be reminded Bug Buzz. It would be huge against... What? Venomoth can be reminded Bug Buzz. It would be huge against Psychic. Max. It knows Bug Buzz. Bug Buzz helped us out quite a lot before. Problem is though that Raichu goes first, and Raichu would murder K-Tac with a Psychic attack because K-Tac is Poison type. Wait, no. Forget I said anything. That was completely untrue. Still, Arbok is a better plan, because Arbok strikes first guaranteed. And it's even better if Raichu self-buffs up. Okay, but I can't remember how to start this. If Barcode goes in first, Barcode is going to be scalded to death. I could deploy Barcode, immediately switch out to Dream. Dream would laugh at any water or... Well, I don't think water is weak against electric, but it would laugh at any electrical attack that would switch hit out with. Its defense isn't very good, but still electric is half against electric. And it could dig against that thing, if nothing else. I don't know if it's worth deploying with you to begin with. If they do switch out, Raichu's going to miss with the dig, but I doubt they would use electric switch. But he might switch anyway. I might just go with Raichu to begin with. Right, Raichu starts the team off, he digs, and then we see what the enemy does and work around that. Barcode is probably the closest thing I have to throw away Pokemon. I would rather have somebody die so that I can switch in a useful Pokemon and switch them in and get them hit for free. So Dream goes in, digs first, and then we see what happens from there. That's a terrible plan, but it's my plan. And also I should definitely be saving here. Whoa, at 1000%. Also, reminder that somehow, with his level 14 Pokemon, Heldon came in and cleaned up house here. Antarius says I don't want to do this. You and me both. Hang on. I had a thought. Are you faster than that weird thing that we fight to begin with, Andarius? Because you might be able to dig straight away, It's going to try and scald you, it will fail, and then you will hit it with Dig, and you might be able to kill it in one shot. What do you think of that, Andarius? You know, I've already had enough of Andarius being too cowardly. He's got his whole harem here, and he's not willing to put his life on the line. Well, don't worry, Andarius. I'm willing to put your life on the line. I gotta admit, I'm pretty scared here. I'm also wondering, why didn't I teach you guys rock attacks? Poison Sting isn't gonna help me here. Poison Sting is gonna anti-help me here. Why don't I teach you some rocks? Yeah, let's save ourselves from some bad decisions here. That's my TM case. I got Rock Polish. It's not an offensive rock. Rock Tomb? Oh yeah, Christ, a whole lot better than your Poison Sting attack. Poison would help against the bug, but I guess so would Rock, but without the stab. Could you teach him Bulldoze? A Bulldoze is tempting, but I do like Dig. The first Pokemon has an item that boosts defense by 1.5 till he switches. How strange. I think it'll still be okay. Then again, what if that skull does do horrible things to us? Ah, whatever. It's just Andarius. He'll be okay. Right, we're getting rid of... what was it again? Poison Sting, because look at that pathetic power on it. Da-da-da-da. And might as well teach this to Monochrome as well. Right. Take an important note to look at the ability Rivalry. It increases damage versus 25% against other men and simps down damage 25% against women. What? Well, what is Surge in this case? It reduces power against non-rivals? So much stuff that you just need Bulbapedia opened for here. Well, whatever. Look, if Andarius dies, then what a shame. You won't live long in combat. Okay, what's this, our fourth fight with the Scourge? Including our feeling him out? It's probably the fifth. Alright. Go Andarius. Oh yeah, that whole electric surge thing. Let's hope you don't get another shot in Pincushion. That's ridiculous. Oh Christ. Oh, it's the electric seed. I assumed it was the electric field boosting your defense. Cool. Right, well, let's get digging. Bye-bye. Am I about to find that ground does less against water? What a horrible thing to discover that would be. Oh, that's not good enough. I hope you can survive Scald, Andarius. Yeah, you can. Now go and kill that thing. Andarius never pops up, just leaves the gym. Okay, yeah, that would be a terrible, terrible moment to get burned. Right, you are going to be a problem for us, aren't you? You levitate, so Dig won't help. Rock Tomb... Why am I getting same type attack? But no, it's super effective, but not bold, I think. You're probably going to be faster than me, and you're probably going to kill Andarius, but Andarius has already done his part, so... Oh, well, hot damn. Not bad, Andarius. You're pretty fast, too. Ah, second one of those, and we're in Wind City. Okay, that's grass attack, so Andarius is dead. Alright, but that's okay. If anything, that was to be expected, and normal terrain is good to have as well. Right, what finishes off the bug? Also, what comes after the bug? It might be Raichu, it might be the electric dog, or it might be the great big full of bullcrap electric dog. Its speed has fallen, so we should be able to get in there faster with anything that's roughly in Darius' speed. Monochrome should be able to kill it in one shot, but what comes next? What comes next? I wonder if Spangler could get in there with a Sucker Punch to kill it and be prepped for whatever... No, I need Spangler to deal with Raichu, no questions asked. Barcode, how fast are you? Probably not fast enough. Well, maybe. Their speed has fallen. You might be able to take it out, but there's a big risk that you could die in one shot if we don't get it. Yeah, Nidoqueen will definitely be fast enough. We know that because we lowered speed and Monochrome isn't much slower than Endarius. But I gotta think about what comes after this bug. Also, tell me Rock Tomb can't miss. That'll be okay. I could always bite. Wouldn't have same type attack, but no, I need to go there for the Rock Tomb kill. Actually, Rock Tomb might not kill. It didn't kill with Endarius, and Monochrome is weaker. Can't ignore that. Whatever, Monochrome's probably going to have to get out there. They're probably going to switch into Raichu, though. And whilst I could switch for my Arbok... maybe I should. Okay, here's an idea. No, it's going to use its Grassy attack again on Monochrome, and you should be alright. Suspending the Spangler. No, Dark isn't any good against that bug. I could just flub it with... no, Levitate. It's got to be Monochrome or Spangler or Barcode, and I'm thinking Monochrome. Yeah, on you go, Monochrome. I don't think you'll be able to kill Vikavolt in one hit. But it shouldn't be able to kill you in one hit either. At least you get to go first. Oh, well, it's getting even slower at least. Oh, no, not this again. It can roost more than I can hurt it. Maybe I can get the lucky flinch or something? No, you only slow it down, don't you? God, I don't like that roosting. Well, maybe a lucky crit can get me somewhere. Go for a crit and not a miss. At least it's becoming slow as sin, but don't all these speed fallings go away after it switches out, which it likely will eventually? If it just does a single attack, though, it's going to miss its roost and then it's going to die, so I should be alright. As long as Monochrome can survive a single hit, we're good. Yeah, as expected, there's the energy ball. You should be able to survive. And that should be it dead. Oh no! Oh, and it's going to get all that speed back. Hello, Raichu! At least you shouldn't enjoy rocks very much. Ooh! Oh, that speed fall could be nice. Right, I should sacrifice Monochrome's life to get Spangler out, so we're going to dig this one. Yeah, get the hell out of here, Raichu. This is a bad time to learn that you levitate. Oh! No, 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 no! You're not meant to be that smart. Alright, well at least I can tomb you to death. Oh no! We knew it was gonna happen someday. Alright, kill it. Phew. Okay, what now? Yeah, it turns out Raichu does know Levitate, who would have thought? Hello again, Raichu. I'm not happy with what you did there, and since your speed is back up, you're probably gonna hit me pretty hard here. Could always bite you for just a straight up dark attack, but Dig is much stronger. Yeah, Dig and Bite are both super effective, but wait, we're not dark. It doesn't show Stab here if it's super effective, does it? And sometimes I just don't know. Yeah, I'm probably going to die to Raichu. It's going to use Psyshock or something, but it's better to sacrifice Monochrome than not, I think. Yeah. Bye-bye, Monochrome. Wait, no, I should have brought in Arbok, because that Psychic attack would have missed entirely. Oh, I missed out big time there. Alright, well, Spengler, let's hope you can save the day here. Damn it, I keep forgetting that Psychic does nothing on Dark. Alright, Sucker Punch that thing. It was going for an attack, so we get to hit it first. Down you go. Alright, you're down to 2. Bollocks. It gets to double intimidate me, because it's just a load of rubbish. Right, I do not have Diglett to deal with you anymore. In fact, I don't have anything that's going to be particularly great against you, and my attack is down now. I could put out a suicide Pokemon, but I don't know how that's going to work out for me. What the heck am I going to do here? I could put out Dream, but I don't want anyone to lose... The thing is, it's going to intimidate and lower the attack power of whoever I put out right now, and it's going to get its attack in. What attack is it going to use when it thinks it's going to be fighting a dark poison type? Probably Fire? Is Fire good against poison? Fire is not good against poison. What would they use against me, knowing what they know? Fighting? Bug? Fairy? It shouldn't have any of those. What about against our poison? Does it know Ground or Psychic? Oh, it knows Psychic Bite, I think. I think it knows, yeah, I think, no, the other dog knows that. Very likely just Thunder Fang at this point. In that case, Ground should be able to avoid it. Barcode might actually manage this one alright, because Ground nullifies Electric. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Of course it does. Why would it not? The problem is it's definitely killing Barcode after that. It's not even a question. Barcode's not going to get a shot in. But if he could... He doesn't have that levitating Vikavolt anymore. And if nothing else, I won't have that Intimidate affecting one of my heavy hitters here. So on you go, Barcode. Take it for the team. Go, Barcode. Oh no. Not the Mega. This was such horse cobble when I saw this the first time around. Like, what the hell? I'd never even heard of this Mega stuff. And the fact that it gets a second Intimidate and it gets to attack as well, it was just nonsense. Right. I said there's no chance Barcode could survive, but if our friend Manectric uses some sort of physical attack, even if it's super effective stab, it might not stand up to Barcode's enormous defense. So let's get digging. That's a psychic attack, isn't it? Well, what the heck do I have? Its hidden power is grass. What? Well, I was 4 times weak to that. Well, K-Tac can stand up to a single attack of yours. I could go for the sleep again. Or Spengler could go and sucker punch it to death, but I strongly suspect it has a lot of power to stand up to that. I could Bug Buzz it. It does some damage. I don't want to risk it on the sleep. The odds are way too low for that. And if it one turn wakes up, it was useless anyway. Maybe I should just get out there and Bug Buzz the thing. Does it have Overheat? I don't know what Overheat is. Overheat would fry K-Tac. K-Tac survived a hit from this thing once before. It could survive again. Are you serious when you say that that thing is a sure thing? I doubt it. Yeah, you know what? Raichu might be the best bet to begin with on you. Raichu can get out and immediately hit it with the Fake Out to cause it to flinch. And then he can dig to do some serious damage to it. Well, maybe not serious, but not terrible. Alright, Dream. Our dream's on you. This Mega Pokemon is such a load of nonsense. Alright, Fake It Out. Ah, it didn't do a lot. Alright, it's gonna get a free hit on you, so dig like your life depends on it. Oh, at least we get a free dig on the next thing. Still does a lot of damage, though. Yeesh. Hello, Bolthound. I remember you well. Psychic Fangs. We don't like Psychic Fangs. Please die. Oh, that is good. That is good. Now, it's probably going to Psychic Fang again. I have someone who can stand up to that pretty damn well. Bring it on, Bolthound. Show me what you're made of. Die! Alright, Spangler. Now we're in for a big problem. It's going to intimidate you again, isn't it? Ah, that sucks so much. It's not over yet, it's just the beginning. Okay, what is he going to use knowing that he's fighting against us? Probably just electric, so Raichu might be able to get in there with another bit of digging. I just don't want to kill Spangler off right now. But switching... No, I need Spangler at 100%. Dream, do you think you can handle some more of this? It already did almost 30 damage to you. Screech would make physical attacks hit twice as hard. Do we even know Screech? We do, but that assumes that we're going to survive that long. I don't like being intimidated here one bit. I could bring the Dream back. The Dream hasn't let me down so far. Oh, you'll be able to use your flinch attack again, at least. Whittle it down. Yeah, let's do it. Wait, who can you even switch out for? That didn't make a lot of sense, but okay. Oh, that hurts, but at least it's not same type attack. At least it's not same type attack. Alright, Dream, you're going to be taking this one for the freaking team. And we know what he wants to use against you. I forgot to use my other attack. I forgot the Fake Out. That might have killed him if I'd remembered that. Instead, Dream is the one who's going to die. Oh well. Bye-bye, Dream. Thanks for playing. Sucker Punch will finish him off, though. Well, it better. God, imagine if it doesn't. Ah, the curse is lifted. Whew. I don't think for 5 seconds Quick Attack would have killed him, but maybe. Ah, now that's a shocker. You're the real deal, kid. Take the Thunder Badge. Whew. Okay, now we get to Volt Switch all we want. Hey, what else you got to say to me? Yeah, just telling me more about Volt Switch. Well, the same things, actually. How about that? As it freaking well should be. Okay. We faced some casualties, but we made it past the surge. That means the dream continues. Why? Because we get to add another 10 levels to all of our living Pokémon, because the level soft cap has gone up. And we should now be able to safely traverse into areas with new Pokémon. Maybe we'll finally be able to get the EV team. What I'm saying is, I thought this was a hair's breadth away from being a completely dead run, but it's still kicking. Unfortunately, we have a bit of sad things to do first, don't we? Yes, we do. And Darius, you got the Mark of the Devil. Nidoqueen, you did as well. K-Tac survived! Good job, K-Tac. Spengler continues to live on and carry this freaking team, being one of the only dark Pokemon in the original 151 that we have access to. Dream, it was 100% on me, but you got the Mark of the Beast on you. If I just remembered to fake out, but I completely forgot. And, well, I don't think anyone was really expecting anything out of Barcode, but he's battled his last. You are now being stored in the Failures box. Don't worry, you've got lots of good company. Green Giant, our starter, killed off. The Rolling N got mushed into an omelette. Nebula will never know the joys of being a Gengar, although I might really have to revise that idea and just get myself a Gengar, given how rough this run is going. Well, I mean, I just did it for Pikachu into Raichu, so yeah. Parasect is gone. Rakuso did so much for us, but they are very... I've mourned over these people enough. The only one I want to laugh at, mostly, is Pizza for choking as hard as he did. Right. Short and sweet, but I'm going to end it here. Although my clock tells me it's 1:45. I do the leveling off stream, save us all from the horrors of it. But I'll bring all the living Pokemon up to the new stat cap, which is 44. And then it's going to be onwards and upwards. New Pokemon, new bosses, probably new fights with Helden. So until I'm back with more of that... Someone's asking how far are we now. I think you'll find that Rita's got 3 badges out of the 8 needed. Even if I got all 8, there's no way I could make it through the Elite Four. Or could I? Guess we'll find out tomorrow. So until I'm back with more of this, it's a cheers and a cheerio.